Let's talk about forgiveness for a little bit. It's been said that, wishing ill on somebody or holding regrets or holding negative thoughts towards somebody, whether it's anger or even sadness, right? Where we think of somebody and it tenses us up, or oh, I can't stand that person, or I hate that person, or that person did this terrible thing to me, or this group of people did this terrible thing to my family, they're the worst people, right? Whatever those negative thoughts are, it's been said, and I love this analogy, it's super simple, is wishing or feeling that way towards anybody else is like having a poison apple, and instead of you giving it to them, you're eating it yourself, right?
Totally.
You are literally killing yourself from the inside out. And as you said, something like having your family go through the terror of the Holocaust, and having those memories, having that generational trauma, having the memories from whether it's grandparents or great grandparents and passed down, or any other kind of terrible, socially destructive, terrifying, traumatic experiences happen to many different groups, right? Whether it's Black people, it is Asians, it's Hispanics, even white people. There are so many different
Yeah,
traumas that have happened to so
right,
many different groups of people,
right.
right? For generations, for thousands of years. And so whatever any one of us might be holding on to, we are literally killing ourselves from the inside out. And as you said, it's a very difficult thing to talk about in some of these regards, with some of these terrible situations. Forgiveness. So how did you come to, and I can speak from my own experience, that forgiving has been a huge part of my own healing. And I've talked about this many, many times. I won't get into some of the forgiveness I've had to do in my own life, but forgiving others and forgiving myself has been essential to my own healing and my own, inner awakening, my own inner peace and happiness. It's been essential, absolutely. But how did you find forgiveness for something so terrible that happened to your family? And how can other people maybe, follow in your footsteps?
Wow. It was amazing. It was profound. And I'm concerned about sharing it in public because it's too hard to really digest. I would just because for people say how can you even talk like this? I think it will really offend some many Jewish people will actually not be won't comprehend that it's possible. But there is something we cause harm out of inner suffering. When people are happy, when they love, they don't hurt other people. We hurt other people when we are in a state of suffering. So I was able through this meditation to connect with the suffering of those people who caused the harm. To great details that I've never read, actually, to great accuracy. That was amazing. There were details I found in my thesis were totally true that I never read about. And so when I recognize the pain that these terrible people, the pain they had inside, which caused them to function in such a distorted way, then the forgiveness was to their pain. It wasn't to what they've done. It was to their pain, that we all are in the same boat. And then there was this huge release, and then it just transformed into love.
Right. You're not forgiving their actions. You're
Exactly.
forgiving the things that happened to them, that were inside of them, their own traumas, their own healing, the things that
Exactly.
led them to do the
Right.
things that they
Right.
did. You're forgiving that, and you're not forgiving
Right.
the terrible
Of
actions
course,
that they
of
did.
course. And you're not justifying it. And sometimes we can do it, sometimes we cannot. I know this was after I did a retreat for a few weeks and I was teaching a lot and I was in the right space and, et cetera, et cetera. But, and it was a process. But this is really what open heart medicine is. And you said something really important about the apples. I want to go a little bit and expand with your permission.
Yeah.
So people think, if I take on other people's negative energies, I'm going to get sick. But guess what? We are taking other people's negative energies, even if we don't know. When you're upset at somebody, You're upset for something they've done. You are upset. You are taking on, and you're actually damaging yourself. You are just not aware of it.
Thanks for listening to the Nathan Crane Podcast. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others, subscribe to catch future episodes, and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Nathan, check him out online at www.nathancrane.com and follow him on Facebook and YouTube at Nathan Crane. Until next time, this has been the Nathan Crane Podcast.